If your second gen Firebird is like my 74 Esprit, where the previous owners butchered the original radio opening, I'm going to attempt a repair. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I bought these 2 sheets of ABS plastic on eBay. They're 8 by 12. They're about 1/8 inch thick. One side has a cool texture to it, and the other side is smooth, so could use either side. I'm gonna make a plate to fit behind the stereo opening, with an opening for the stereo and the knobs to sort of replicate what was their stock that's been butchered out. So let's see how this goes. Bought this Jibby Weld plastic bonder at Home Depot, and gonna use that to bond the 2 plastics. This is the stereo I'll be installing. It's a 80s or 90s Sony AM/FM cassette. Cassette player doesn't work. I don't care about that. It's free. It's been in my garage for a long time, and yeah, so 0 cost. Alright, so using some thick cardboard, I made this template. This is the opening from the stereo, the knob holes, and my plan is to epoxy it to the back of the plastic from the original radio surround. So that's the plan. Alright, using this template, I made this out of that black ABS plastic, same thing. Alright, so again, I'm gonna get some epoxy, and that will hold the stereo. Alright, so I had it installed and I went around it with a Sharpie around this outline. So everywhere outside of the Sharpie area is where I will give it some epoxy and have it bond to the back of this plastic. Because you can feel there's a lot of flat area all the way around. So that's the plan. Alright, mix them up. Here it is on the plate, and off to the car. There it is right there. Alright, there it is glued in place. I used some cheap Harbor Freight clamps, these little mini ones, just to pinch it, to hold it in place. Now, even though the package says dries in 15 minutes, it's been about 3 hours, just to be safe. So let's get rid of these. There it is, look at that. I mean, I don't want to push it hard, but I mean, it seems to be stuck on pretty good. Now, this isn't meant to hold the stereo right upright. I plan to build a little bracket, install it on this screw, and then, you know, install it up on a bracket somewhere inside the car to keep it erect. So that's the plan. But yeah, it looks good. Hey, it fits. Look at that. Nice. Again, I don't want the weight on to be on the plastic, so hopefully that little bracket back there mounted up to the frame somewhere will give it the support it needs. This is just to hold it in place. All right. All right, the radio's in. You can see the little foot I made. And it's resting on this bracket. This is where the ashtray goes. And it's just to keep the radio, the weight of the radio on the bracket and not on the plastic. You can see it's good. So now into place. This plate goes here, but I don't like the way you can see these edges, so I'm gonna make another plate out of that ABS plastic, and then this will sit on top of that plate. That's just to fill in these gaps. Here's the outer template I made, and from the outer template, I made this using that same ABS plastic. Really, you're only gonna see these two edges, but yeah, had to be done. You'll see why. All right, final assembly. I added 3 washers here for support. 3 washers on each side. Plate. It really gives it a firm backing. Okay. Top of that, the stereo plate. And there you go, all done. That last plate was really just to cover the openings on each side. But man, what a difference. I love it. All right, all done. Let's give it a listen. Of course, no stations programmed just yet. Don't want to get a copyright strike.
Personal favorite.
Nice. Happy.